Educating, informing, serving. Fact TV, keeping government honest.
The order for the Bellows Falls Union High School School District.
Hi, Margo.
Any adjustments to the agenda?
Well, I'll just note, for a couple of reasons, not the least of which it wasn't written on here, we don't have a department presentation this time. The more pressing reason is it would be the arts department, so really music and art, but between Mary Poppins wrapping up and our art show tomorrow, I gave them a pass. Even though they worked hard to bring we'll bring them back next week. So.
Perfect. Review and approve board minutes of March 11th meeting. Can I have a motion to approve minutes?
So moved.
Is there any adjustments? All those in favor of approving board minutes of March 11th, 2019, please say aye.
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 Communication and public comments?
None, thank you.
We're good. Okay. There are no policies. There is no department presentation.
Molly, before we get into reports, I'm just curious, being a new board member, do board packets get sent out? I didn't
Maybe
find them.
not, but I have one you can have.
Okay. So
They're online.
They're
they're
online.
online.
Margot, if you want them, you need to call Sue so I get them in the main office and she will print them and you can pick them up later.
Well, I mean, I looked online and I only found the minutes. And so I'm wondering, do I need to be added to a drive or?
Should be under
Yeah, call
your
Sue
email.
Stack.
Your WMSU email.
Okay. So I'll just call Sue and make sure
Yeah,
that.
they can help you get into that.
Okay.
You're not the only one that has struggled first to getting that set up.
Okay, great.
But Margo, if I may, excuse me, Madam Chair, we do have once you get that set up, we do have either your personal laptop or the tablets here as well.
Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Whichever you're comfortable with.
Okay, great.
I have extra reports. Does anybody else need one?
Mr. Fry, would you like a
him
packet for
one.
this meeting?
Al, you'd like one?
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's move on to reports. Superintendent report is in our packet, pages 8 through 14. The superintendent and the assistant superintendent are in Grafton tonight at a meeting, so they will not be here. The report is there. If we have any questions, we can certainly email them or talk to them next meeting. Principal's report?
So I just have a few items to call to your attention. I would like to thank the folks that made it to Mary Poppins. We wrapped that up last weekend. Boy, not this past one, but the weekend before. It seems like it's been even longer than that. But great attendance, great energy by the students, singing, the dancing, the pit orchestra, all fantastic as usual and as we have come to expect from the drama club. And again, thanks to the folks that came out. Spring sports are underway. Today was our first day to have scheduled events, except while the fields were ready to go, weatherman didn't cooperate with us, so our baseball and softball games that were scheduled for today were canceled, but we did get a baseball scrimmage in over the weekend up on Hadley Field, and the track's ready to go. We were originally scheduled for a track meet on Wednesday, but that got pushed to Friday for a couple of reasons, but our opening track meet will be here on Friday if you get a chance to come out for that. And spring break is just around the corner, so that has everyone excited as well. Getting a week off here soon. And then when we come back from spring break, we go into some SBAC testing, and nowadays we test our 9th graders. So that's what the 9th grade has to look forward to coming back from spring break. That's all I got.
Okay, thank you. No student reports? Business manager?
Yeah, and I don't have much to report. Everything's quiet, and Chris is doing a good job keeping an eye on his budget. We're just now getting the springtime studies in. Still aren't sure how the SU is going to end up. We're looking at probably pretty close to breaking even. Right now we're looking at almost a $33,000 surplus for the high school, and you've spent 69.77% of this year's budget versus 70.61% of last year. So it's close. I mean, everything is moving right along and very quiet. Thank you, Chris.
Glad we can make it easy on you, Edie.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Thank you, Edie.
Uh-huh.
No committees to report that I'm aware of. Chris, do you have
Nope.
anything? WNSU board meeting review. David, is that you?
Well, we had one. And I really should have brought my agenda with me, because that's where I scribbled my notes. And I'm trying to think of what the highlights were. Did we have any highlights, Deb, that you recall? We did have a negotiations update in executive session, and I think I would describe the WNESU meeting as being a routine boilerplate meeting.
Okay. Thank you. Unfinished business, negotiations update.
If we're going to have one, we should take that into executive session.
Okay, do we need to have one?
Deb, what's your sense on that?
I don't think we really need to. We had representatives from the high school speak there at the end.
Yeah.
Pretty much pretty good consensus on where we were with it and where we're going
Okay.
next.
I think we're good.
All right, thank you. New business for discussion, plans for board retreat. Any discussion on a board retreat? I'd kind of like to have Chris Pratt be part of that. I think that, you know, if anybody has any comments, we can certainly take them, but I'd like to have that discussion with the superintendent.
That would make sense.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and I have things to add to that, but I'll wait. We can
Okay.
add it if we put it on the next
So
agenda.
let's put that on next month's agenda. Budget discussions. We've heard Edie's report. Does anybody have any questions or? Okay. Board roles and responsibilities in your packet. I don't see it in the packet. I didn't see it in the packet. That was something that Chris Pratt really wanted to go over with us. I think
I think
that's
he
important.
handed out copies at some of the meetings.
Yeah, I think that that's important to wait for him also, until we can go over that. Chris, can you help us with accepting donations?
I sure
from
can.
Faith Ford?
So, Faith of Faith's Ford, I don't know what his last name is, but Faith is his first name, donated $5,000 to our school's foreign language trip to Europe. As many of you are aware, we have a policy that requires the board to accept donations, I think if they're over $1,000. Again, without the policy in front of me, I will tell you, you do have the latitude to accept it and really essentially do what you want with it, but I would encourage folks to in the interest of encouraging folks to donate with particular interests in mind, I think it's prudent, unless there is something woefully out of place, to accept it with the intention of it going in the direction that the donor would like. So, a $5,000 donation toward the trip to Europe from Phase Forward is what I would ask the board to accept.
Can I have a motion for that?
I'll offer the or you like the motion, Colin?
Go ahead, Mr. Clark.
Okay, then I would like to move that we accept the $5,000 donation from Faith Ford, and note that the intent is to support the foreign language program. Is that correct, Chris?
Trip to Europe.
Foreign language program, Trip to Europe. And I would further like to move that we direct the clerk to acknowledge the gift with this board's grateful appreciation.
Is there any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
He came down to a dinner that they were having and a meeting and presented it as one of those big oversized checks, and
Wow.
then gave an actual check that we can.
Nice.
So Edie, you won't be getting a supersized check, you get a more regular check.
I was looking forward to that.
Figuring out how to cash that.
Yeah, run it through the RDC we have that goes to the bank.
I always wondered what happened to those.
Yep.
Never been the recipient of a oversized check.
Nope.
Are there any appointments that you're aware of, Chris? It doesn't sound like we need executive session.
I don't think I've been through a meeting this quick.
Okay, this is gonna be the quickest meeting we've ever had.
I think we'll have to comment on that for the superintendent, you know. What are we missing here and how did it go so, just kidding, Mr. Pratt.
Oh, director's comments. Deb?
Well, the village, Bells Falls Village meeting is on the 20th, elections meeting on the 21st of May. And so I wanted to suggest, for Chris is here, I'll be making sure to do it at the ESU meeting, that any groups in schools that are interested in raising additional funds for trips might consider talking to the town manager about putting, or the village manager, about putting having a table in the lobby of the Opera House in order to raise some additional funds through food or other just people giving, you know, like snacks and treats. And
What
stuff.
is
We
the
did that
date of
last
the
year.
meeting?
May 20th. And because we did that last year, one of the youth groups did that, and I don't see any reason why a couple of different groups couldn't do the same thing. So it helps attract parents and other people and gets kids involved in local government. I think that's important. Thanks.
Thank you. Brendan? Okay. Colin?
Nothing.
Stephen? Priscilla?
Just glad to be here. I'm part of this board.
David?
I'm all set, Molly, thank you.
I'm all set, thanks.
Thank you very much. Date of next board meeting, May 13th, 6:30, here. Looks like it'll be a long meeting.
We might end up having a department presentation then, so that will make your.
I won't be here the next meeting. I'm having knee surgery that day.
Yep.
Oh,
Ooh.
good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
I had to toss up.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Molly.